So what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet, and I'm coming to you live and in color, as my good sister T.S. Madison says, from the rooftop of the Hampton Inn South of Beach here on Collins Avenue, as I am taking the last day of my vacation. I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time, and I want you to share this video because when I talk about it, I'm going to try to make it as brief as possible, if you will, but we're going to talk about confidence and intentions and being comfortable in your skin. Now, mind you, I am recording this on my iPhone, so if my eyes are, I'm looking at my camera here, but if my eyes are different places, I'm not crazy. This is my first time recording actually on my iPhone 12. Hi, y'all, my new phone. So I often hear, and I've often been told by people that I know, people that I don't know, that I have helped them to overcome things, be it body issues, weight issues, mental health. And I count it as a blessing. I count it as a joy that I'm able to help someone. I count it as my life not being in vain, that I'm able to assist someone inadvertently based on my personality, based on me being transparent, based on me being now authentically myself. I am so happy that I'm able to bless people in that way, but it has been a long journey for me, right? So me, 40 years old, born October 26, 1980, right? My journey has been a tough one. I am the face of molestation. I am the face of suicide. I am the face of unworthiness. I am the face of a whole bunch of different things, right? And it is taking me a very long while to become comfortable in my skin. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis. From the time that I was born till about 17 years old, I did everything that my parents asked me to do. Not because, I guess, honor thy mother and thy father or whatnot, but I wanted to make them happy. I never wanted my parents to be disappointed, no matter if I wanted to do it or not. And I guess you may say, well, you're a child, so you're going to do, you must do what your parents want you to do. But there were things, ideologies, beliefs that my parents have and or had that I did not subscribe to, right? But I did it and went along with it because not wanting to upset them. It wasn't about the whoopings. It wasn't about the beatings, because I got my fair share of those, are just being a child and doing things that I was not supposed to do. But ultimately, I did not want to disappoint my family. I did not want to disappoint my mother and my grandmother in particularly. So there were many times that I cried secretly, that I didn't wish to be where I was, things of that nature. When I came to grips with the term, with being that I was gay, right? And this is before the molestation. I was molested by my cousin from the ages of 8 to 12. And I'm not going to diminish molestation. So there are different levels of molestation. You know, it could be a little touching or whatnot. I was having full-blown sex between 8 to 12. Full-blown sex, right? And I'm not sure if my cousin, he knew that I was gay, or if he saw it within me or whatnot, because he subscribes to being straight, has children, things of that nature. But full-blown sex, like penetration. Big dick, I mean, he has a big dick, but neither here nor there. But big dick inside of me at the age of 8 to 12. It was a lot. My life was a lot. To the point to where, you know, I remember one time, I think the last time that it happened, I was out visiting family where we were, and we had sex, I guess you want to call it, but he nutted in me. I can't remember if he nutted in me any other times, but this time he nutted in me, and I guess I should have gave that this is kind of vulgar at this point now. But he nutted in me, and I had to go home. I was riding with family, and I was literally leaking. There was nut running out of me. So when I speak of, excuse me, when I speak of molestation, that is what I went through. And again, this is not to diminish anyone else's experiences, because do I have any Moscato left? Yes, I do. Hold on. Not to diminish anyone else's experience, but that was my experience. When I came out at 17 to my mother, I was kicked out of the house. Thought everything was going to be okay, that I would be in a loving environment. And that was not the case, right? My grandmother took me in, right? And I've always subscribed to that. I know that my grandmother loves me, right? Know that she loves me. But in my family, in Tallahassee, my family is a well-to-do family, if you will. My grandmother is a retired professor from my alma mater, the Florida Agricultural Mechanical University, has a wonderful reputation within the community as being an outstanding individual. My grandfather is one of the first black police officers in Tallahassee during the time of Jim Crow and segregation. Has a wonderful standing within the community. My mother has a wonderful standing within the community with helping now for umpteen years of helping the LGBTQIA community, as well as those persons that are suffering. I'm not going to say suffering, that's the wrong word, that are living, thriving, and succeeding with HIV and AIDS, right? But my mother has not always been where she is now. It is a process. We all go through that process of maturing and coming to oneself, no matter when that transpires. But at 17, when I came out to my mother, she kicked me out of the house, and we went into that rhetoric of God, HIV, Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm gonna take you to the AIDS ward so you can see people, as if that will change someone's sexual orientation, right? My grandmother took me in. I've always had to believe she took me in because she loved me, but she also took me in because she didn't want tarnishment within the name of our family, right? Oh, you know, that's Miss So-and-so's grandson out there on the street, yada, yada, because effectively I really had no place to go, right? At 17, I came up with the I can give a fuck attitude. That's when it happened. There was a switch, there was a light bulb, there was something that went off in my head that said, if you like me, great. If you don't, I can give a fuck. I'm going to be authentically me, right? And even with that being authentically me, I still had a lot of growing to do. I had self-esteem issues. I am a big boy. I've always been a big boy. And within the gay community, especially when it comes to the boys, we are a, what's the word? We are a, well, what is the word that I'm looking for? I can't think of the term right now. We are a community of looks. I know the word. I have a great vocabulary, but it's not coming to me right now. We are very based on looks. We want to have the boys with bodies and want to have booties on our chest and the abs and the hardness and the DL and there's a thing that has come that has been around for years, a terminology where it says no fats, no femmes, right? We don't want the fats, we don't want the femmes. Those are the outcasts of the LGBTQIA community, right? When I was growing up, it was just the LGBT community, right? But those are, you know, the outcasts of said community, right? Let me get comfortable because I'm sitting straight up and I have a little arm thing. Ooh, now who is this coming up here? Now I see you. Hold on. So that was what, okay, she a little thick, honey, not my cup of tea, but anyways. Hold on, let me get comfortable so I can lean back and become comfortable and, ooh, okay. So that was the case for the LGBT. Oh, I need to rotate this camera down. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it this way and rotate. I'm sorry, I'm doing all this shit through the video. And kind of rotate it down. Hold on now, sis. Rotate. Okay, not too far because I'm gonna lean back. Oh, not still too far. Now you see my titties. Hold on, because I'm okay. Because I want to get comfortable. Okay, is that the only spot that it can go? Either one or two? Okay, yeah. So I guess I got to go back. Either one or two, bitch. That is it. That's as far as mama can go. Okay. So anyways, did I turn this? Uh-oh. Okay, it is. So that was what did I leave off? Where I was at 17, right? And then I got introduced to two people, not calling any names, to where me struggling as a big boy, as a big black gay boy, right? Me struggling into that, I had self-esteem issues. And there are so many things that people, women, men, we go through when it comes down to self-esteem to feel loved. Some people turn to drugs, right? Some people turn to sex. And that was my thing. I turned to sex, right? Because I thought for me to have someone to love me, to like me, is that my worth was in my sex, right? My ass or my dick, to be perfectly honest, right? And so there were two people that I came in contact with in my earlier years that, being young, being dumb, being naive, I thought that if I did what they requested of me, that meant I was loved. That meant that I was wanted, right? And so these two individuals who were older than I at the time, well, they're still older than I guess, who were older than I, much more mature than I allowed them to dictate what I would do sexually with them and anybody else. So to make it very plain and short, orgies, gangbang, sex, trains, all of that good stuff, because I thought that in the midst of the sexual activity, I thought when they say, oh my God, it's so good, it feels so good, I love it, I love you, yeah, I correlated that to self-worth. And that, as a young man, 19, 20, 21, for someone that was searching for love, searching for adoration, searching for a a place to belong, I allowed and took the suggestions of people that I guess I can say that did not serve me well, serve me in that space. And so fast forward to now at 40 years old, to where I have an affection for, to be perfectly honest, I have an affection for groups and orgies and all of that good stuff. I don't know if that awakened something in me. I can't answer that question. But, you know, I have an affection for those things. I tried not to engage in those things, but there are times when I do. And I don't know if it still deals with the self-worth aspect of it, because at 40, there are other things that I battle, other things that I struggle with. Hell yes. But there are some things that I don't. And so going back to the whole confidence thing, I have been through so much in my life, and coming to a point to where I am very confident and secure in who I am has taken much, much time, right? And so what I would say to anyone to kind of nip this, to kind of close it out, is that who and what is the authentic you, right? It took me many years to figure out my authentic self, my authentic voice. You know, they say you go to college to find your voice, to find out who you are as a person, who you are as an individual. And then you grow from there. Same thing in life. The experiences that you have help you to find your authentic voice, right? And my authentic voice at the age of 40 is that I am unapologetically black. I am unapologetically gay. I am unapologetically a Christian. I am unapologetically a man that likes men. I am unapologetically a good friend. I am unapologetically a person that likes group sex. I am unapologetic for things that I enjoy, right? There is this whole morality, and I put that in quotes, whole morality, and this is dipping about sex, about having sex. Sex has become something very shameful, right? And I believe, you know, part of it is the universal church, the universal black church. There's something very, and we're not even going to talk about the whole gay thing when it comes to the universal black church. That's a whole nother video for a whole different time. But I am unapologetically who I am and what I like. As long as what I am doing is not causing harm to myself or causing harm to someone else, I am cool. It's none of your business. I am cool with it. And so when I say, this Moscato is kicking in. When I say find your authenticity, who are you at your core? Who are you when you're the most happy? Who are you when you feel the most like yourself? That is how you find and define your authentic self. Anyone that knows me knows me. I am outspoken. I am very verbal when it comes to things that I like and that I don't like. I am unapologetic about my opinions. I stand resolute in who I am, no matter who it is to. I have come to have a wonderful relationship with my mother because she respects me as an adult. I respect her as an adult, not only as my mother, but as an adult. Yes, you are my mother. Yes, you brought me into this world, but we are two adults that have may have two different opinions, two same opinions, two different mythologies on life, but we can meet in the middle or we can agree to disagree. And my mother and I have a wonderful relationship to where she respects me as an adult. She does not treat me as a child. She does not demean me. But that has been a journey for her. Having an publicly out gay male. My mother has told me that, you know, you all know that I blog and I do things. I'm very open about my life, sexual escapades, thing, whatever you want to call it. But there have been people have met my mother that knew me and did not know that that was my mom. For some, you know, she says, you know, my son is Sebastian. And they're like, Sebastian Bonet is your mom? Is your son? And she, that is my son. Oh my God, I love Sebastian. He has yada, 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 yada. The same things that, you know, people tell me, they tell my mom when she meets them or whatnot. And again, it's a journey. So what I would say to you guys when it comes down to finding your confidence, and let me lean in and sit up to this and talk to you. When it comes to finding your confidence, be unapologetically you. Figure out what your voice is. Figure out who you are. What principles do you stand on? What things will you and will you not take within your life? What things are deal breakers for you when it comes to friendships and relationships? What things make you most happy at your core. This is how you can get to being courageous and being your authentic self and standing resolute in whatever environment that you are in as the individual that you are. I'm at a space in my life where I am resolute, and I keep using the word resolute because resolute is final. It is statuesque. It is the end all to be all. I am resolute in who I am. Does that mean I'm not going to grow? Does that not mean that my opinions may change throughout my years from 40 to 50, 50 to 60? Yes, opinions may change. Social norms may change, things of that nature. But as far as Sebastian is concerned, I am resolute in me being authentically me, being lovingly me, being bold, black, gay, unapologetic, verbal, sexual, all of those things. I am resolute in those things, being an out loud Christian, loving the Lord, praising Him, all of those things. I am a multifaceted creature. And that's one thing that we all should realize. We're not just black. We're not just gay. We're not just Christian. We're not just, Floridians or New Jerseyans or whatever. We are multifaceted individuals. There are several things that go into the making of you, that go into the making of me, that play a hand in being the authentic person that you are. And we must acknowledge all of those things to come to the realization, to come to the point to where we are resolute in understanding that all of these things make me the person that I am, and I cannot ignore one part for the other. So, with all of that being said, now at 22 minutes and 18 seconds, I am courageous because I know no other way to be. I am courageous because I want to live my life to the fullest. I am courageous because I want to make a change within the black community, within the LGBTQIA community, within the male community. I want to make a change, a quiet change, a big change, to where when people are telling me that I found courage within you, or you inspired me. And that has never been my goal. It has never been my goal to inspire, in theater, yes, it makes you think. But when I hop on here, I am telling you my truth. I am telling you my situations that have happened in my life. And if you can take something from the shit that I have done, the things that I have experienced, good, bad, or indifferent, and apply that to your life to make you a better person, by God, do it, darling. Do it. Because it is unfortunate for me as a black gay male, I had no one really to look up to. I didn't have any ancestors, and I'm not talking about on the ancestral plane, but I didn't have any. As a young gay man, I didn't have any role models, representation. That's why I think it is so important now that we know representation matters. When you see these LGBTQIA members on television and TV shows, someone that people and children can relate to and say that I am seen, that I am visible, that I can do that, it makes all the difference. So for me, I didn't have all of that growing up. I didn't. And so if I can be that for someone else, I am here for it. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any concerns, if you just want to talk, I have plenty of gay kids. I can have some more. If you feel unseen, if you feel that your parents don't understand, I am here. Reach out. But hit me up on Instagram at Sebastian Bonet, DM me. Parents, if you're having issues or challenges with your children, feel free. I'm not a parent, but my mother speaks, or I can get you in contact with some people to help you travel this journey. Because it is difficult on both sides, darling. Parentals and those that are experiencing and telling their truth. And as a parent, you want to be there to nurture and love them no matter what your child is, who they proclaim to be. So with that being said, I'm about to get up off here because I'm getting in the pool, darling, before I get ready to head out and catch my flight. I will holler at you guys later. This is your boy, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet, coming to you as humbly as I know how to talk about my life, just a snippet of my life. And yeah, that's really about it. So I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and much love, coming to you all the way from Miami, Florida. And I'll holler at you later. Peace and much love. Bye.